time is 9:07 p.m. Good evening. The news headline. Hot news. 36 states sue federal government. Lagos State defies Buhari. Price of meat set to rise. The news in full. The Attorney General in Nigerian 36 states have sued the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami for non-remittance of stamp duties fund generated from the state. According to a court document, the attorneys sued Malami because funds generated from stamp duties are not remitted into state coffers. People Gazette report. They sought an order of the court to mandate Malami to pay 176 billion naira for the backlog of stamp duties received between 2015 and 2020. The document read partly. An order of this honorable court directing the defendant to pay over to the plaintiff all the sum of monies amounting to 176 billion 67 million 400,000 naira, representing ascertained and admitted collected stamp duties on individual persons' transactions within their respective states for the period of 2015 and 2020, and thereafter to the time of judgment of this honorable court, or any other sum as the plaintiff may be found entitled by the honorable court. The Attorney General also sought an order of perpetual injunction restraining the defendant himself, private agents, or any persons by whatever name or however called from appointing anyone for the purpose of collecting stamp duties on individual persons' transaction within the respective states of the plaintiff henceforth. They sought to declare that Malami had no right to withhold stamp duty transaction from individuals in their states. In the document, they argued that Malami should not be allowed to collect, administer, or collect stamp duties. A declaration that the defendant is not entitled to collect, administer, or keep the proceeds of any stamp duties on transactions involving individuals within the respective states of the plaintiffs, or any manner interfere with the plaintiff's rights and authority in administering the provision of Section 4, Subsection 2 of the Stamp Duties Cap 48 laws of the Federation of Nigeria, the document explained. They also sought the court to declare their entitlement to receive 85% of stamp duties generated from electronic money, transfer levies, and others. They demanded a declaration that the plaintiffs are entitled to 85% of all stamp duties collected on electronic money transfer levy, on electronic receipts or electronic transfer for any money deposited in deposit money banks and financial institutions, on any type of accounts to be accounted for and expressed to be received by person to whom the transfer or deposit is made in the plaintiff's respective states. Also, Lagos State Assembly had passed the bill on open grazing ban and also the VAT. The Lagos State House of Assembly on Thursday passed the state value-added tax bill and the bill that prohibits open cattle grazing, where the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, directed the acting clerk Olalekan Onofeko to transmit a cleansed copy of Governor Babajide Olu for assent. The two bills were passed after unanimous vote by the lawmakers at the sitting, where they were read the third time. Obasa commended his colleague for their passion to see that the state continues to grow. He said, "I thank you all for this historic exercise." The House held separate public hearings on bills on Wednesday, with stakeholders expressing support. At the Palais, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association Magban says that their members are not ready for the Lagos ban on open grazing. The Miyetti Allah Breeders Association had therefore said that a cow could cost up to 2 million naira in Lagos State if the anti-grazing bill was actually passed in the state. Zonal Secretary of the Miyetti Allah Breeders Association in Southwest, during a day public hearing organized by the State House of Assembly on anti-open grazing bill on Wednesday, actually said that the Punch had reported that Lagos State House of Assembly on Monday sent the bill on open grazing to the Committee on Agriculture after it scaled second reading. It was titled "A Bill for a Law to Prohibit Open Grazing in Lagos State, the Trespass of Cattle Land, and for other connected purposes." During this public hearing, Usman appealed to the state government for assistance, saying that ranching is more expensive than open grazing. Usman, who agreed that there were some criminally minded herders using this to perpetrate evil on the harmless citizens, he argued that grazing a cow in one location could increase the price of a cow to as much as 2 million naira. He also pleaded with the government to subsidize the cost of raising the cattle in one location, where he said that if cattle are bred in one place, the price could go up to about 2 million naira each. We agreed with some local chiefs in other states that anyone who wants to rear cows in a location should register and should indicate when he is leaving. A Fulani man moves from one place to another to ply his trade, but we have some bad eggs that are causing troubles. The government should allow us to talk to our people that they do not want the cows to destroy people's farmland. They said that they have held a meeting with the stakeholders of Ekiti State, Ondo State, and even Oyo State, and they reached agreements with them, where Usman was quoted as saying in a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Speaker of the House, Mr. Eremosele Ebumile. Also, the chairman of Lagos State Butchers Association advocated for support to cattle breeders, arguing that rearing animals in one location could be expensive truly. And on his part, the president of Lagos State Sheep Farmers Association, Alhaji Mustafa Ibrahim, described the bill as all-embracing and will ensure relationship a symbiotic one between cattle rearers and farmers. He also advocated for legislation to promote the creation of farm estates across the state. And that was the news that are actually hot in Nigeria for now, where the headline states that the Attorney General in the 36 states of Nigeria had actually sued the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice known as Abubakar Malami because he has not remitted some funds for stamp duties generated from all these states. And they have sued him, saying that they seek an order to ask him to pay 176 billion naira for the backlog of stamp duties that were received